My name's Ros, and I've come today to experience Philip Rafferty's healing. I'm a person who has very high anxiety. I've been told my adrenal glands haven't worked for decades, possibly since childhood. I've always been a very distressed person, which goes back to my very early childhood, a lot of distress. Today I'm trying, and I'm losing the use of my left leg. I have a lot of problems with my left foot, left leg, and actually both legs. So I'm just hoping that he can help me get the energy down into my lower half of my body, and I'm very dehydrated, extremely. He once tested me at Mind, Body, Spirit and said I needed 4,000 litres of water to rehydrate. So he said he couldn't help me, but he said go away and drink water. So I've been doing that as much as I can. I have a fear of water, which is very odd, and not a fear, I have trouble drinking it. So hopefully today he can jolt me into reality. That's what I'm hoping.
Absolutely. So how has this condition of yours been affecting your everyday life?
I haven't worked for a long time because I'm too hopeless. I'm hopeless at everything. I don't seem to be able to function in the world. I'm really like a 2-year-old trying to live an adult's life. I go into these paralysis states where I can't cook, I can't buy food, I can't pick something off the floor. I go to the kitchen to wash all the dishes up. I can't do it. It's quite mad. I mean, I'm not mad, but I have this huge level of what I would call paralysis, really. Although I managed to remain sane and laugh at the whole thing, which is the only thing I can do.
It's important.
It is important to laugh, yes.
And have you sought any other treatment modalities? Or?
I know a psychic healer who I see from time to time, and she relieves the tension in my body, lifts it off me. She's actually outside. But that only happens about once a year. My problem is I did go and do a theta healing course, which blew me away as well, but it's more complicated than this. The simplicity of Philip Rafferty is what I love, and what I know he can do, I absolutely love it. So that's why I'm here. And also, once when I looked into his eyes, I never saw such true eyes. I think in my whole life, I've never seen such deep truth, steady, beautiful energy, not jittery, bright energy, but just this steady energy of absolute truth. And I thought, this is a very special person.
Absolutely.
Yes.
He's wonderful.
Yes.
So while you're sitting here with me now,
yes.
Are you experiencing any pain or discomfort or any other negative symptoms?
I've got pain down the back of my left leg, and in the centre, from under the buttock down. When I sit, like I'm driving here, just sitting for half an hour, it got worse and worse. I get numbness I've got some numbness in my left toes, even though I went, yes, and I'm breathless, and I get atrial fibrillation as well, which I don't go to doctors for. I do not go to doctors, I'm sorry. So, because I know it can be healed in simple ways like this, so I have an aversion to going to the medical profession, because they're too self-interested and too focused on their own. And so, what other modalities have I looked at? I'm just aware that energy is everything, and that the energetic structures need to be fixed and balanced, and then the body responds. So I don't know if I'm right about that, but that's how I sort of think. And it's an absolute privilege to be here.
Wonderful. So if you had to rate the pain in your leg out of 10...
Oh yes, we're getting back to basics.
So 0 is none, 10's the worst pain you've ever experienced?
No, it's about 6, I suppose.
About
6, 7 or something, yes.
And the numbness, would you say it was mild, moderate or severe?
It is mild, but it's constant. And sometimes, in bed at night, every night I wake up 3 times with problems in my lower leg. They're just locked like that. And I don't know if it's circulation or nerves. My healer says it's damaged nerves from electric shock treatment I received as a child. Yeah, very bad. And so she thinks the nerves are damaged. That could be quite the case. But it's really my legs now that are frightening me, because I have constant cramps. I take lots of magnesium, and when I take lots, the cramps get worse. So it's all very weird. Yes, I'm a bit weird. Sorry.
You're not
But
weird.
I'm still taking the magnesium, and I still think of it. But also, I was tested by Philip, and he said I had no phosphorus functioning in my body at all. So I don't know what that means either. I was told that years ago in a blood test. The doctor sent it back for double checks. He said, and came back again, no phosphorus. He said, I don't know how you're walking around, because so there's something weird about the energy. But I suspect that trauma can actually lock you up in many ways, and that's what I think's happened with me. Although I managed to get through life, it's a labour, and the older I get, the harder it is.
So if you were to summarise what your goals are that you'd like to achieve out of today's session,
Yes.
how would you put them?
Oh, well, I would just like to be able to find out why the lower body is so stuck and paralysed, and if it is nerve damage, it may be something I have to put up with. But I'm a great believer in being able to be healed, and so I'd like to feel normal, because on a simple level, I've always been highly energetic, fast, move fast, run. You know, I've always been a very fast person, fast in every way. And I'm getting too stressed now, and I'm also looking after someone who's very ill, and I'm in bed for 2 years, so it's absolutely exhausting. That's exhausting too. I'm just needing a bit of a lift in some way.
Well, I hope you achieve those
Yes,
goals.
so do I.
Thank
But
you.
I'm just grateful to be here to watch Philip, so I'm very pleased
Absolutely.
indeed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Roz.
Okay.
So, Roz, you've just received a balance from Philip. How would you
Yes.
describe that experience?
Well, my shoulder, the pain from my shoulders went, and from my lower back. My left leg's still sore. So, but that could be a nerve, pinched nerve or something in the spine. It feels a bit like that, I'm not sure. So, but yes, I feel much more relaxed up here. And this pain that I had here, he said, is to do with the left ear, and I'm nearly deaf now in my left ear. So,
Wow.
talk to me.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little bit better actually, because normally it's like 2%, and that sounded like 5.
Excellent.
So it must have done something, some release there as well. So I could probably do with a bit more ear bashing.
We can chat to you more now.
Yes.
Because when you started, you told me that the pain in your left leg was about a 6 out of 10.
Yes.
What is it feeling now out of
About
10?
4.
About a 4?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So
And you also stated that you had mild numbness in the left
Yes.
leg. Is that
Yes.
still there?
no, that's definitely not as bad either. That's good, isn't it? In my toes, it usually goes down to my toes, and they're quite numb. The first half of my foot, there's nothing there. You know? So yes, that feels better as well.
Excellent.
So I'm very pleased.
And how would you describe your experience on the table itself?
Well, he did this releasing here, which was, I know it was painful, but necessary. I knew it was necessary, so I was very pleased about it. But it was quite, yes, I'm coming to do tomorrow's course, so I'm looking forward to that.
Excellent news.
I
It's all
didn't
very
realise- I didn't
exciting.
realise he had layers and layers of courses. Yes, I have to look into that.
Lots of amazing things to learn.
Yes.
And the great thing is that we can use them on ourselves as well as
Yes,
others.
yes,
so
that's right,
It's
yes.
very important. Okay, so after your experience here today,
Yes.
what would you say to other people with a similar condition to yours?
Oh, I'd say I've tried to get people to come. I've tried to get about half a dozen people to come today, and none of them have come, so it's very difficult. People, I don't know what it is, but they certainly don't like to be told either. You know, they feel that if I tell them to do something and they do it, then they've submitted, you know, they've deferred to me, which is a great shame, because I know that this would help so many people. But anyway, you can't do everything. You just got to fix yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this is a modality you'll continue to use in the future?
Yes, well, I'm doing tomorrow's course, so that's good. And then I'll just progress a bit from there. I love it. I think it's so simple and wonderful.
Wonderful. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I just think it's excellent.
Wonderful. Excellent. Thank you so much, Rose.
Okay.